Let me ask you a question. What do you do when you have to continue the blanket stitch while hand sewing something like a plushie and you also have to attach things along the way? Today I'm showing you how to do that, and in this bee ornament you can see that I have attached wings and a tiny tail-like thing at the back. Those are separate pieces and we attached them while sewing the two main layers together. Now let's get right into it. I'm using this airplane ornament as an example, and we need to attach the wings to that while doing the blanket stitch. As you can see, I have already started the blanket stitch and sewed two layers together until it's a little closer to where I need the wing to go. Then place the wing in between the two layers and its right position. You also have to leave a reasonable portion of the wing in between the layers to do the sewing. In this particular one, we need to attach one wing at the top and the other one at the bottom. If it's a small piece, you can hold it while sewing. Since this is a larger piece, I'm going to use a pin to hold it in place. If you remember my running stitch tutorial, I said running stitch can be used as a temporary stitch before doing the permanent stitch. Now when you are using a larger piece to attach, or if you are not okay with the pin, you can use the running stitch first to attach the wing to the plane. First place the wing in between the two layers. Thread your needle and make a knot at the end. Then start to do the running stitch through all the layers and only at the wing part just to attach it to the plane. Make a knot to secure it and trim the thread. We can easily remove this thread at the end. Now let's move to the important part. As I mentioned earlier, I have sewed closer to the starting point of the wing, and now continue the blanket stitch until you reach a point where you can no longer do the blanket stitch uninterruptedly. After that point, start to do the regular blanket stitch by coming from the back of the layers. The difference is, this time you are coming through the layers of both plane and the wing. As usual, pull the needle towards you to get that loop part in the regular blanket stitch. Now instead of going directly through the loop, this time you first need to go through the wing first. After that, it's the same as the usual blanket stitch. Go through the loop and pull the needle to form a stitch. If you look closely, it appears as the regular blanket stitch from the back. Let's do another one. Leave a little space and starting from the back, come through all the layers. Pull the needle towards you and leave a little loop at the back. Now go back only through the wing part first and then through that formed loop. Pull the needle all the way to make a stitch. I hope you get a hold of it now and keep watching a few more stitches, and I think after that you are all good. Now if you don't know how to do the blanket stitch, please check out our tutorial on that to learn more tips and tricks. I'll leave the link in the description. You can remove the pin once the piece is stable. Keep doing the same steps until you reach the other end of the wing. If you're hand sewing plushies and felt crafts like I do, it'll be really useful to learn these things. I learned this in my own way, and I'm sure there are more methods and ways to complete this. So please feel free to share your ideas too. Once you did the last stitch with the wing included, you are all set to continue the regular blanket stitch. At this point, the wing is attached to the plane, and it's the same with the second wing or any other external piece you need to include. If you have used the running stitch instead of a simple pin to temporarily attach the wing to the plane, follow the same steps as we did with the red airplane and its wing. After you have successfully sewed that, trim one of the ends from the running stitch. Then pull the thread from the other end and it will come off easily. I think learning these kind of small things will help you to work on more advanced hand sewing projects, and I use this especially when working with felt crafts. Keep practicing, and to check your skills, let's work on a new project in coming weeks. Thank you for watching, and I'll join you in the next one.